All right, I think that we are live. We're at least going to make that assumption. And it is Minecraft Monday. It has been about a week since last time. Crazy, I know, but we're actually back on schedule. And if you couldn't tell by the title, today the plan is to do a little bit of mining. Well, actually a little bit. Looks like it's just about nighttime on here as it is in real life. I got a little bit of a later start tonight than usual. Work ran late, then I got pulled over on the way home. My vehicle registration, the tab stayed expired. It feels like every few months I'm buying new ones for that thing. It's crazy. But that's not really a huge deal at the end of the day. Cop was pretty cool about it. Yes, that's right. We have this big old tower up on a hill. I still don't even know if this is the permanent shape it's going to take, but either way, we need to start collecting resources so we can actually build this thing out properly. We're going to want cobblestone, diorite, andesite, deep slate. We're going to need all the stones. So it might be best to set up our base of operations up there. We've got a bed already and a chest, but it might be about time to start descending and looking into that hill there. Again, we've still got a pretty big mine over yonder to explore, but I think I want to build in there eventually with how deep it looked like it got. Make like a Dwarven kind of city, but since we're not doing that now, instead we're going to prioritize this hillside up here. Maybe grab a couple more berries for the road. It's weird. I don't usually enjoy the thought of streaming, but once I open the game, I'm back in. I love this game every time I play it. I don't know why it seems so difficult to just hit the record button sometimes. Making sure, double checking I actually did hit the record button. Looks like we're good. Walking up our path here. Trying to think if it's worth putting in our slabs now. I'm also trying to think of what's going to match the best. Probably oak or jungle wood, but I've got no jungle wood. Alright, here we are. Back at the tall base. Drop off a bunch of dirt, bunch of birch, all this stuff. Pretty much anything we don't want on us right now. We're using stone tools, so we're looking to remedy that. Again, like I said, yearning for the mines. Tonight, the goal is resources. Both stone and ore alike, I guess. Now, before we just start digging right into the mountain, I'm going to do a quick little walk around here. Make sure we don't have a nice open cave system to us. It's entirely possible I miss one even if we do, but I'll at least do a little bit of my due diligence here. You know what? Actually, let's just take a peek down into this valley. I'm planning on putting a village down here eventually, or maybe even a full kingdom, but I don't think I've actually set foot down here yet. Keep our eye open for caves as well. Nothing there. Okay, fair enough. Is this anything? Well, it's certainly a cave. Alright, have to remember, don't spam click. Also, let's get our shield ready since we got one. Might as well make use of it. Oh. That took one more hit than I was anticipating. Bunch of gravel, alright. Let's not die down here right now. I don't want to go put another notch on the death counter. That number's too high already, as is. We got a nice little ravine kind of set up here. It's pretty tight quarters, but of course it opens up. They always do. I love big caves. I don't love getting lost in them, though. Especially when I'm trying to kind of light up the area. Oh, that's fine. I didn't want that torch there anyways. I actually did. But that creeper will never know. I don't know if I want to build with copper. I have done that in the past, but it is an expensive block to use. Especially if you want it in the blue variety, and I typically do. I like that kind of patina copper a lot more than the, I guess, standard version. I don't know if it's really noticeable on camera, but I have new sunglasses because my old ones were just too broken to keep using. I think in the last stream that was becoming apparent. But these new ones are also broken. The moment I walked out with them, snap. Not happy about that, but they're not nearly as broken as the other pair I had. The thing is, though, they're lighter at the bottom than they are at the top. So if I tilt my head up, I can see a lot better than looking head on at the screen. Which is a little annoying, but I wear these things for privacy, not to look cool. Or I guess to really see clearly. Though that would certainly be a plus. Now, coal's not what we're really primarily down here to get right now, but you're not going to find me turning it down. That's for sure. More torches are a welcome thing in this dark, dark place. Hopefully we can find at least a little bit of iron before our pickaxes break. I think we have 0 at the moment. And that's something that needs addressing pretty urgently. Stone tools are not the future, I can tell you that. Man, I was a lot more hurt than I thought, huh? I'd be eating these berries for the next 3 years or something. We got everything there, I think. Nope, wait. Definitely not. You'll have to excuse me if I get a little bit burpy during this recording. Because my night was kind of a rush, I just grabbed some fast food on the way home instead of making dinner for myself. And I'm kind of a sucker for McDonald's. I'm a sucker for most fast food, honestly. But it is getting way too pricey for my taste. Food's still fine, in my opinion, but man, it's crazy. I eat a lot, so take what I'm about to say with a grain of salt, but spending $20 every time I go there is just, it's crazy. And that's on the cheap stuff. Like, I've always been a value menu kind of dude, you know? You won't find me really going for the luxury sandwiches at any establishment, but that doesn't seem to really do a whole lot for me these days. Before I could spend a significant amount less, but nowadays, Bill does not seem to be getting much cheaper. Right, now except for that big, deep, dark hole, I think we got this thing pretty well lit. Some coal in the ceiling. Let's go for that. Nope, missed that jump. Don't even know if I did jump. There we go. Yeah, we'll go for it. Copper is definitely one of those things that I will be collecting regardless of whether I use it now or not, because I'm sure at some point I will, and I'd much rather have it than be looking for it later. Okay, I was trying to remember how to use my shield. Right click it is. This is our second pickaxe, right? Yep. Okay, we really gotta find that iron. Do we have a crafting table? We do. We got plenty of wood. That's not an issue. Honestly, food might be the first thing we run out of down here. If not pickaxe. Come on now, finish the healing process. This is not one of those deep emotional wounds that's going to take a lot of time, so let's wrap it up. We'll come back to more of that if we need it later, but I'm not going to be too crazy on the picking up every... well, no, I changed my mind. I am gonna... There's coal here. I'm digging it. Except the stuff on the ceiling, because I forgot about it. There we go. What are we looking at? Stack and a half, a little over. Nice. It's not so bad. Now we gotta figure out how to get back down to that section we didn't finish lighting. That's too far down. This loops back around, I believe. It most certainly does not. Okay. Well, now we know. And we've got 5 ladders for some reason. I'm just going to rearrange my inventory a hair. That'll do. It is actually kind of crazy how fast these berries go. Here we go. This is where we were. Was it not? Did it already light up what I thought I hadn't? I'm not seeing somewhere else to go, so we might have already covered our bases here, actually. Okay. If that's the case, we'll aim to get topside, maybe plant these berries in the ground. They're not doing it for us right now, but we'll keep them around just in case we need more. A little more closely planted than we'd find them otherwise. Because I think these are taiga only exclusive kind of deal, at least for natural spawns. There we are, the coal I almost forgot. Perfect, and no extras. That's exactly what we were looking for. Again, a little weird, I guess, to be counting against myself here, but... Oh. Well, this is new-ish. Still haven't found any iron, which I'm kind of bummed about. I don't know if there's a maximum height iron can spawn at. I didn't think so, but I also know that this game has changed significantly since I actually had up-to-date information on it. I guess it does go into the negatives now, so who's to say that iron doesn't start lower than I thought it did. No, that can't be the case though, because I'm pretty sure you can find it just on the surface of hills, mountains even. Not everywhere, but around enough spots to make it worth keeping an eye peeled. And that's the ravine? That's the ravine. Okay. There we go. Much better. Now let's hope it's not nighttime when we go topside. But I'd imagine it definitely is. Yep. Okay, we might waste a little more time down here then. Maybe go scout down that deep hole. Because I don't love my chances of getting back to bed up on top of the hill and sleeping in an exposed bed all before getting jumped by monsters. I'm gonna have to go through my berry stores, I guess, though. Oh well. There we go. Hey there, Linux, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. As you can see right now, we are working on descending into this pit. I don't know what lies down here, maybe nothing at all, but it is nighttime outside and I don't love my chances of surviving up top. How are you doing tonight, by the way? Okay, well there's a piece of coal. That's a start. Ooh, more than one piece of coal. 2, 3, 4. It just keeps going, huh? Alright, well, I'm not gonna... Oh! I was gonna say not gonna kick a dead horse in the mouth, but I seem to have kicked myself here. Okay. Torch. That was not as far of a jump as I thought it was. How am I doing? I'm doing pretty well. I'd be doing better if I could make that dang jump right there. What is that? That's not even far at all. I'm not so hot at this game, huh? Okay, that's 3 misses. Surely there won't be a 4th. There we go. Let's just pretend that was the first one, alright? Yeah, no, my night's been pretty good. Got off work, decided to play some Minecraft. Put it up on YouTube. I am aiming to collect a lot of resources. Mostly I need iron right now. I've got None. And my pickaxe isn't too far from busting. But I'm not complaining. We got plenty of coal here. Ooh, look at that. And our iron. Perfect. Timing. Look at that. But yeah, I need a lot of iron. Coal will be nice for sure. I'm not going to turn down diamonds if I make it that deep. And we're also going to need a bunch of cobblestone. I won't mind some gravel and andesite, and we're going to need a lot of diorite. I'm planning on building a big old fortress up topside, eventually, and we're going to need some blocks for that. Let's see. Well, we got the resources. Let's just make ourselves a furnace. Throw these bad Larrys in there, and we'll be back in business here real soon with our pickaxes. 1/3 of the way there. Home stretch. Okay, well now that I'm an expert at jumping in this game, I guess let's throw a couple more torches down here to keep bad guys from spawning on us. Ooh, we're getting into one of these, huh? I don't remember what we're called, but we got stalactites, stalagmites, the whole 9 yards. And it looks like we're done with it too. But there's diorite, so that's something. Okay, this is not the huge cave I'd been anticipating, which isn't the end of the world. It does make exploring it a little bit easier, but it does stretch on, that's for sure. Okay, that looks like it's going to do something else. I think I'll turn back here before I lose track of myself. Get that iron pick going, and then who knows where we'll go from there. Don't want to get too lost or I'll never find my way home. Also, I guess I'm not even allowed to by my own rules for this world. Drip stones, that's what they're called. Thanks. I appreciate the info drop there. Good for creating lava sources. I didn't know that's possible. I played this game a lot way back in the day, but I've clearly got some outdated information. So how do you go about making an infinite lava source then? Is it like... So I know that it drips water, assuming there's water above that. Is it the same for lava? And then it just eventually makes a block? Nice, now we got a pickaxe back. Perfect. Do I? Yeah, I do have a bundle. Perfect. Grab that coal and dip on back down with our 2 berries, which are now gone. Well, the berries were here for a good time, not a long time. As tasty as they are. Also, what is... I like that vine-looking thing. That's not a normal vine. I guess I've got shears. I could probably grab that, huh? I might try to grow some more of this. Glow lichen. Well, if it's glowing, it's not glowing very bright. I guess I'm down here. Let's grab this. I like how when you break those, they kind of revert to the smaller forms. It's nifty. Some more copper. I'm assuming that copper tools are better than stone. At the very least, they last longer. But I know they're definitely not as good as iron. Additionally, it's going to clog up my inventory pretty quick if I don't keep an eye on it. Okay, I need cauldrons. Little row of lava in closed space. Dripstone above cauldrons. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. I haven't really used cauldrons a whole lot. Back when I was playing this game, they didn't seem to have a ton of actual functionality. Like, you could put water in them, but they didn't do a whole lot. So you can put lava in them, I'm assuming, but you can also have it just slowly fill up with lava. That's a cool game design. I'll keep that in mind. I don't know if I'm going to be using a ton of lava right now, but it's always nice to have some on hand. Do I have a bucket on me? I do. If I come across lava, I'll at least grab some there. And I guess we could test it out even, probably. Alright, let's get to the end of our torches here. Hopefully. Ideally without dying. We're probably going to turn back once we grab this stuff. Kind of get to our line, because we've still got... Well, we can drop stuff off and then come back down, I guess, and start just collecting stone. Maybe try to set up that array you're talking about for lava generation. Okay, 2 more iron. Not tons, but not bad. 3 and 4. Oh yeah, this definitely gets bigger. And there's lava. Well, I said I was going to grab some. How could I not? That should be the source right there. Let's try not to burn ourselves to death. Hey, there we go. Bucket of lava. Perfect. I guess that's also going to remove a fair bit of light from this area. Let's put a torch down. So once I do get back up, I'll try to get this thing set up. If I screw it up somewhere along the way, you let me know. We'll make those corrections. I do want to see if I can just kind of fiddle about and get something operational first, though. Okay, this is definitely where the cave really becomes what it is, though. I'll have to remember to come back down here. Oh yeah, it gets real deep down that way. That dude does not like me being here. Can't say I blame him. New neighbor and all that. It's gonna take some time to get used to. Now that our inventory is almost full of copper, which will turn into not even a full stack of blocks. That's the crazy part to me. I think it is time for our ascent. At least the first one. We'll definitely be back down shortly. I said that, but this thing just keeps going. Holy smokes. How much copper is there in this one vein? Still going. Wow. Ah, I've outlasted it. I still have space for a few more random blocks. Yoink. Another one there? Sure was. Now it's mine. Okay, so I'm going to want to clear out some of this. I'm pretty sure there was some diorite on the way as well. Yep, there's our diorite. We'll need that. I can make copper armor and tools. Yeah, I've seen that. I haven't actually messed around with it a whole lot to know what's worth using versus not. But I suppose it is worth considering since I've got so much copper now. Mostly I plan on using it for the blocks later. But that's probably not going to be this project that we're going to be working on. Okay, let's breach the surface like a whale. Grab some air. Grab some food. Maybe figure out this lava deal. And we'll take it from there. I'm gonna have to remember which way I went though. Maybe mark it for the way back. Hansel and Gretel style. Okay, there's the grass. Oh, it's just a big hole, that's right. This actually won't be too hard to find. Iron's definitely better. Yeah, that was my suspicion. I'll keep that in mind for sure. But as you can tell, we don't have a whole lot of iron going on right now. We'll keep pickaxe iron, but we'll probably bring some copper stuff down too. Is it turning daytime or turning nighttime? Hard to tell. By the way, let's try to bum rush the surface here. Climb this hill since our bed is not protected at all right now. I'm not sure if this is your first stream here or not, but we've been playing on this world for however many... I guess the title says we're numbered at. What is this? 6? Yeah, this is the 6th stream on this world. And while we've got a house, we have moved away from it. Into the wilds out here. Definitely turning to nighttime, because it is not getting lighter out here. Okay. Then before things get real dicey, let's find our bed. Yep, right over here. And sleep before the monsters get us. Perfect. Eventually we will be building some kind of fortress here. I don't know if this is going to be the final shape. That roof is too tall for sure. This I'm not sold on. We'll play by ear. That was our original home though, and we spawned somewhere right off that way. It's cozy. It's nice, but I mean, a lot of the fun of this game is kind of exploring, moving on. Oh boy, 2 of you? Well, as long as it's just one at a time, we might be able to handle this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. It's just like aerobics. 1, 2. That skeleton could be an issue. 3, 4. Oh, there's more than one. Yikes! I think I'll just let nature take care of these guys. Not so tough now that I got this piece of wood in front of me now, huh? Look at that. Victory is ours. And so are some bones if I can make some space. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. Well, we are starving. We have pretty much no health. Let's begin by making some furnaces. These will be good for cooking the food that we don't have. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Get some of that started up. Welcome to the stream, Electron user. Yeah, we got quite the collection of copper here. And it's only going to get more excessive. We'll see how fast we burn through it by using tools and dying, but I'm trying to grab what I can because those blocks are not cheap. I think it's 9 pieces for each block of this stuff, and I tend to build relatively big, so anything I use that copper for, we're going to need quite a bit. At the moment, though, it's pretty close to useless. I guess, wait, do I have any armor on? I do, iron armor. So that's not a huge issue right now. I'm going to make some copper pickaxes, though. Now, before we die, I better go grab some food. Got about a metric billion berry bushes down this way. Ooh, actually before that, I'm feeling a little experimental. Let's see. We'll use dirt because we got a lot of it. And I guess with 5 more iron, we can definitely... Sure. That'll work. We'll make a cauldron. We will also... Where's that dirt? There we go. We're going to try to make ourselves a little lava farm, I guess. And I'm going to just do this based on vibes alone. We'll see if that works. If it fails, we're just kind of playing it by ear here. Well, this tree is definitely in the way. Hey, welcome to the chat, Phase. We're doing a little bit topside before we hit the mines up again. We've got dirt, dripstone, lava, and a dream. I have heard that you can turn dripstone with lava on top into a farm of sorts. And I figured, let's give it a shot. I've never tried that before. Okay, we got this nice little chamber channel thing here. Next step is going to be trying not to kill ourselves with the lava. Then if we put these underneath, we should get some lava drips, right? Well, lava does not flow nearly as far as I thought it did. Holy smokes. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so yeah, those are dripping lava. Perfect. Now that we've got this space, we can make ourselves a cauldron. Cauldron under lava. Bam. Now we're in business. Oh, you're from India. Awesome. I had another chatter from India in here in some of my past streams. Good to have you. If you couldn't tell by the voice, I'm from America. The old US of A. Okay. Now I've really got to go find some food, though. This half a heart thing has me a little worried, so... I'm not playing on hardcore, but I'd still rather not be dying left and right. You're from the US as well? That's awesome, man. Yeah, I'm happy to have people from wherever. It's awesome getting some variety. It's nice seeing people from home. Like, it's a big world out there. I'm always happy to chat with people about where they're from. I'm interested in learning all that stuff. All right, we're nearly back home to our little cottage here that we started. The home that started it all. And just in time, too, because I am getting a little tired of how slow we move without being able to sprint. I might bring one of my donkeys up to the top of that hill there, actually, to make travel a little faster. Hello, berry bush. Don't mind me as I eat your sweet, sweet fruit and begin the long healing process. I guess I could make bread. I've got that farm there too. Moment of truth. Okay. Doing my best to grab the berries without killing ourselves on impacts. Anything that pointy probably, I guess that would do the job until I get my health back. Hey, another American. You're in Texas. That's awesome. So we got 1 from India, 2 from the US. I guess 3 if you count me. Happy to have all of you. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. I haven't been here in a while. It's starting to get a little overgrown with these vines. I like having them, but not that many. Nice base. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I spent the first stream, maybe 2 streams, building this place out. It's not far from the actual spawn of this world, and I wanted something cozy to live at. Gave it a name, calling it a ranger station, and this one is titled Sequoia. Here's the interior, at least as it is now. Got our nice little cozy fireplace there. A desk with our journal. We've got a ranger's log we're kind of building out as we go here. I might read that a little bit later. Some shelves, nothing too fancy. Our loft with our bed. Nothing stored up here. Then out around back here, not so far from our farm animals, we got our basement. It's supposed to look like a nice little hatch, but can't open all those at once. And here we are. This is where the magic happens. Or has been happening anyways. All our storage, and also all of our signs recording our many deaths so far. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 11, 13, 15 deaths so far in this game. Although these last 2 I feel like I was cheated out of. A couple streams ago I was taken on a pillager outpost that way. And the game crashed. When I logged back in, I was way closer to them than I had been when I left the first time, so death befell me pretty quick. Eventually I'm gonna put all of these in like a graveyard. I'm gonna keep track of each and every death I have in this game. To keep it interesting, I made a few rules for myself, and that's one of them. Another is we need to connect everything in this world by a path. It all has to go somewhere. So that leads us to our home here, it leads us up that hill, it leads us over to that pillager outpost I was talking about. Leads us to the mine off this way that we've been at. It's getting dark, so we'll run back inside, take a nap here soon, but I'm gonna try to grab a few more berries first in this dangerous little patch we got here. I'm very proud of the fact I haven't died to berry bushes yet, but with my health where it's at, this might be the moment. Okay, let's not play with fire too much here. We'll rest up before the monsters come out. But yeah, one of the main rules is this whole path thing. I want paths leading everywhere, and that's so that 1, I don't progress too fast in this game. Like, I enjoy taking it slow. 2, it'll give me a reason to kind of build things. And 3, anytime I go somewhere, I want it to be important to the world, not just me running through 30 biomes to get to a jungle, you know? I want this place to feel lived in, so eventually it's going to have kind of homes, villages, cities, everything kind of... Whoop! On a bush again. The plan is to have things everywhere. And to kind of play into that, we've put a rule in for ourselves that we're not allowed to travel more than a day from a bed. And we're only allowed to put beds somewhere we've already got a path. So with that in mind, you can see, for example, over this way, not so far from those pillagers, we dug this long old path out and plopped in a bed right over here. I try to make it look like a little bench, since I didn't want to build a whole house around here, or like a campsite. I'm pretty happy with this bench design. I'll probably be copying it a few more times. And then from here, you should be able to see what's left of that pillager outpost. They raided my house, so I raided the roof off of their house for the logs. I don't have a dark oak forest around me right now that I'm aware of, so I took down a lot of their home to kind of to grab the blocks I needed for my build. Either way, let's get back to what tonight's task is. On top of our hill, over there, eventually that fort's going to be in place. That's the build we're going to be working towards. And to make that happen, we're going to need a lot of blocks. Stone kind of blocks. I did get payback, yeah. That's at least how I like to look at it. They killed me twice. I stole the roof off their house, so now when it rains, they have to just kind of suffer through it. Death is cold, but revenge is sweet, or something like that. I'm sure there's a better quote there if you think about it, but yeah, now we made it to this birch forest. I want to build a city off this way and eventually a whole kind of castle kingdom thing, but for now we're going to just start with a fort. In my mind, we need a fort here to defend against those guys over there. I'm going to kind of build that into a bandit camp later, where those pillagers are, but... You gotta go? Alright, man. Well, it was good to have you. Appreciate you stopping by and stream for a little bit. Take care. Have a good one. Yeah, but eventually if I turn that pillager outpost into a bandit camp, we need someone to defend the people of the region from them. So, got a nice little setup for a military kind of outpost here. Again, this shape is not final. I'm not happy with it now, so there will definitely be some changes. But that's at least the spot is going to be, because I really like how it looks from down there. Just looking up towards the hillside and seeing a nice little deal. Oh boy, it seems that our... Well, that... No, that's fine. I was going to take that tree down anyways. Just got ahead of me a little bit. Maybe I should break a few of these leaves too to make sure that doesn't burn down the rest of our forest here, though. That was an unexpected little surprise. Okay. So, we'll just wait and see what happens here. We'll also plant a few berries on the ground. Guess the question is where. Let's not forget to set our spawn so we don't have to hike all the way back up again. We'll just make them over here. There we go. 10 berry bushes should be plenty. Eat that last one. Take some time. Eventually I'll have lava. I believe you, man. Probably is just a waiting game, but that's fine. I got all the time in the world. Let's see how our copper is doing. These are done. Throw in some more. It's not like we're out of coal. That one's still finishing up because I pulled out a bunch to make some iron. So I'm thinking I'm going to use a lot of diorite here. I want it to look kind of white stone from down there by our cabin. So looking up here on this hill, I want this big kind of stone outpost. And I want that diorite look to be at least a big part of it. Which means we're going to need quite a bit of that. Fortunately, we got plenty of pickaxes. We'll just drop all that there for now. Don't need this, or that egg. Really, we're just kind of unloading our inventory, I guess. Getting as much space as we possibly can. Keep that bucket though. That could come in handy. No, we're going to be going for a lot of blocks, so we don't need dirt just to have blocks. Dripstone can go. Those berry bushes are coming in already, huh? Okay. I think I'm going to pop down here, grab some water, run right back up the hillside. I don't know if I want to build anything around that lava lake or not yet. Don't have any ideas, but it's part of the natural terrain. I'm sure something cool could happen there. There's a skeleton in there. Sounds like there's a cave. Yep. It's over now that I have a shield, man. I'm telling you, I'm racked with this thing. When I remember I have it. For the longest time, I mean, I knew shields existed. I tried to use them. I just didn't know you had to actually hold down a button to make it work. So I was thinking they just did not seem to help my survivability at all. Turns out that was a me problem, but you live and learn. Now, I do want to take a peek in that cave here. Maybe not yet, though. Okay, now let's try to take that peek. Guess we need coal. Fortunately, we found a little bit. Now we can make a couple torches. At least light up the edges here. Bro. Come on, I was just talking about how good with the shield I am. You can't do that to me. There we go. All part of my plan. I only let you hit me. Oh, this just goes to the surface, huh? Okay, cool. That's more copper, which I'm sure we'll be coming back for later. Again, I'm not looking to do a whole lot of mining right down here, just making it a little bit safer for the time being. Oh man, but I really love exploring these caves. Just a peek. Well, that's a dangerous drop. I don't know, maybe we do check that out. We know we got diorite down the other way. There's also more cave to explore, but this is a lot closer to home. We'll save it for later. Just realized I completely forgot to bring a donkey. Oh well. I guess he and Ha will stay together a little longer. The dynamic duo which does nothing but stay tied up. Sleep, please. Thank you very much. I think we beat the monsters that time. Shouldn't have anything popping out at us right now. In you go. Oh, that's right. What did I even come back up here for? Well, I guess berries, since they're happening, but definitely wasn't the original intention. Yoink. Alright, 8 berries. And they're almost all gone already. This is not a good food for you. Guess there's a reason that berries aren't high on the food pyramid. I do think it's interesting how there's no poisonous berries in this game. Because in real life it's kind of hit or miss if these things will fill you up or take you out. Looks like 3 more dripstone to fill that in. We'll just take care of that now. Okay. I mean, I guess it's not exciting, but let's go get that diorite, right? Gotta do it at some point. Well, but we need food. Ah, forget that. We'll go down, we'll slowly starve, and then when we're hungry enough, we'll come back topside. Should have a bunch of fruit ready for us by then. Now, I guess the real question is, where was my hole in the ground? Did I lose it already? Seems that way. Well, uh-oh. Might have to go check out that other cave after all. Whoa, what's this? If you're squeamish, please look away. Not because of the fall. Because of that. Haha! Apologies, but I need your sweet, sweet meats. That'll help with the hunger problem. And this will help with the caving problem. Wow, somehow I missed this giant ravine right next to where I live. Okay. We'll just make a faster path down there, something a little easier to climb and descend. I hate these jumps around corners. I know they're doable, but I am not great at the parkour side of this game. And I just fell. Howdy, sheep. Bro. That was messed up, man. I was just trying to climb. Actually, you know what? That's my get back, alright? You don't push me off my hill and get away with it. Okay, bucko? Alright, here we are. Got a few berries. Forget that, though. We're making steak. In a couple seconds. Wow, okay, that... Nice. Lava's here already. That took less time than I'd been anticipating. That's impressive. I thought this was going to be over a long course of time, not just instant fill like that. That's impressive. I like that. Okay. That should be done. Yep. Put 8 in because I don't like being wasteful with coal. We're going to have to start putting more chests in here soon, aren't we? We're going to have to actually build something. Which I guess means we really got to get this diorite thing figured out. Oh, they all need full lava, so it can't just be like over these, where it's just flowing stuff. Good to know, good to know. Let's start expanding our lava line then, I guess. We're not really using it, but it's not like we're using all this lava right now either. So that'll start filling up again. This would be filling up if we had the cauldron under it. Perfect. I think I get it now. Alright, I think it's about time to go. Let us drop this all off. You got 3 sweet berries, 8 steak, and a dream. And now we're heading back underground. Yep. We're going to go for that ravine over that way. Let's see, what's the fastest way down here? Up into the corner, then down, it looks like. Ouch. Ouch. And I've lost 2 of my 3 berries. Oh, they weren't long for this world, but they'll be missed dearly. Gonna make ourselves some more torches while we're at it. Kill any cows we see because, again, that meat, very necessary for surviving. Okay, and here we go. Get into the pit. Let's start by making sure we don't die immediately. Wow. Big cave. Really big cave. Holy smokes. This thing's enormous. Just keeps going. Okay. Well, that complicates things a little bit. Because now we have too many options. Twin spiders, huh? Oh yeah, don't spam click. Gotta remember that. I'm not used to that. There we go. And let's use our copper pickaxe. We got plenty of them. There we go. There's 1 piece of string. There's 2 pieces of string. Here's the rest of this cave. Well, I guess we probably could have mined that with copper as well, right? Well, we're getting closer to down there. Diorite in the wall there, which we need. Always looking for some more coal. So I know diamonds used to be pretty deep, but I know pretty deep got a whole lot deeper in this game. Back when I first started playing, you couldn't get below Y level 0, I think. There was bedrock at the bottom, and that was it. But now we're way down into the negatives as far as how deep you can go. We got deep slate, which did not used to exist. So I'm not sure what's changed as far as diamonds go. I'd assume they're just lower. So we'll be operating off of that approach. We want diamonds. We dig deep. Hey man, how's it going? Just chilling? Cool, me too. Alright, perfect loop, look at that. This place really is deep. Forgot I brought shears, but I'll use them while I got them. Diamonds are more common at negative 50 now. Okay, that is pretty deep. I'll keep that in mind, though. I'm not sure if I'm actively looking for them right now. Like I said before, I'm not going to turn them down if I spot them, but... just a moment. Oh, why do I have my sword first? That's a great question. I don't have a very good answer for you, unfortunately. I think it's just how I sorted my inventory right now. I don't really have a standard kind of setup. I just like to keep my tools and bucket in my hotbar. Food, too, if I've got them. And then I just have to get used to the muscle memory of what's where, but I should probably come up with a better, like a more regular setup here. I guess sword first isn't bad because one's not a bad button to hit when I'm trying to get to my weapon quickly. Scroll bar will get me around here, but if like a creeper sneaks up on me, bam, I'm ready. That was a slow swing, so maybe I'm not as ready as I imagined, but it's part of the game, right? Okay, if I put this here, are you dropping? Nope. So you're actually there. Nice. I said I need this, so let's begin excavation. This, I think, is going to be one of our main blocks for the fort. Have I mined any diamonds yet? I don't believe I have. I might have a diamond. I don't remember for sure. It's been a while since I played, but if I do, I'm pretty sure it was just from a chest in an abandoned mine shaft I found. That's a big factor of why I'm still rocking some stone tools, some copper tools, some iron tools. I guess I've really kind of hit all the ages here, huh? Except for diamond. We'll get there eventually. I've never been great about progressing quickly in this game. You know, like on occasion I'll find a sweet spot, grab some diamonds quick, but as far as regularly having them, that usually takes me longer than it should. But that's just because I really enjoy building too, kind of exploring the top side. And in my experience, you don't find a whole lot of diamonds up on the surface. Not saying it's impossible. You'll find the occasional chest, but that's more of a village exclusive, and I don't know where any of those are right now. How do you guys feel about repetitive digging like this? I personally kind of enjoy it. It's a little relaxing, but I can't imagine it's the most enjoyable thing to watch here. We're gonna need it so we can build with it later, but we'll try to mix it up between this and some actual real down and dirty caving down there with the torches and the swords and all that. Duking it out for treasure. Copper to mine, copper. Like Ouroboros. I am not a professional gamer. I don't think I have that in me. I just like playing games. I played Minecraft for years and years, kind of off and on. I love video games, don't get me wrong, but I don't have the kind of time to play them enough to get good enough to make a career out of it. I work 2 jobs on top of just doing some volunteer stuff, which doesn't leave a whole lot of times for video games in general. On Monday nights like tonight, I try to play Minecraft. At least I've been trying to do that lately. That's what this whole series is about, but outside of that, games are just kind of, you know, when I have time for them. I'll play some games with friends on occasion, but this is kind of the one constant I've had going for now. The other is a buddy got me to buy Arc Raiders, so I've played a little bit of that with him. Linux, you're saying you get bored after about 20 minutes or so of this? I totally hear you on that. I think we'll fill our inventory before that's passed, but at some point we'll stop grabbing this, take it back to the surface, and come on back down here with a little more adventure in mind. Tardigrade, I agree that copper doesn't seem that useful. I'm mostly grabbing it because eventually I'll probably use it for building blocks. I like how the oxidized copper looks when it has that nice kind of bluish green patina on it. So I might end up using that block at some point. And if I do, I've just found that I prefer to, especially with copper, I like grabbing it since it's so easy to find. That way I have it for later instead of needing it and having to go track down a bunch of copper willy-nilly. As for why I'm actually using copper tools, that's just because I'm poor. I don't really have a lot of iron because I was not smart about what I put it into, and yeah, that's about the end of it. We're only just now moving out of the Stone Age here. But with all the copper we've already got, that's not going to be an issue anymore. I don't think I'm ever making another stone tool on this world. You guys like building, or are you more adventurers in this game? I think most people kind of lean one way or another. Like, don't get me wrong, I enjoy both parts, but generally speaking, I prefer the more creative side of it over the adrenaline rush of creeper hunting, dragon fighting, warden prowling, whatever all that is. Speaking of, I'm aware of the existence of the warden. I have never actually met one, so at some point I'm excited to get into all that, see what that's about. Why negative 59 for diamonds? Okay, good to know. Good to know. Like I said, diamonds aren't quite the priority right now. But the second we're going for them, absolutely I'll be heading down deeper. In fact, we might end up that direction just, you know, when we start mining. This thing looks pretty deep to me, so we'll see how far down it takes us. Even with the strongest gear, it can take like 4 minutes to kill the warden. Yeah, that's pretty crazy, man. I had a chatter in here a while ago. Actually, it was another world I was playing on, but he was telling me all about the warden. I'd never seen the thing before. Still haven't, to be fair, but he was hyping it up like you've never seen, and I believe him. I don't think he was lying to me, but holy smokes, they've changed the game. Because, I mean, I think the Wither was around when I was playing, but that was the last kind of big mob they'd added, I believe. I mean, again, I'm kind of aware of some of the stuff around here. Pillagers, I've fought a few times now. On another world me and a buddy played, I saw like a woodland mansion, I think. There were some flying things coming at us. That was interesting. But yeah, like, I'm excited to kind of rediscover this game. See all the stuff that I missed the first... Well, not even missed, but just... It's been added since I picked it up again. I also saw a video of a recent update. I don't know if it's the official update or if it's still in like snapshots, but they've got like a new cave biome with sulfur and slimes that eat blocks and stuff. That looks pretty interesting. I don't think I'm on that latest version just because I have a... I don't think it automatically updated because I have a couple mods on here to like record my gameplay in case I want to make a video out of this later. Speaking of, I've been wondering if that's even worth pursuing or if I should just live stream stuff. I figured with the mod that I have, I haven't messed around with it a whole lot. It's like a camera thing, but I might try to make like a little more digestible video of kind of the progress on this map. Speed through the process of the building that I do. Get some bird's eye shots and all that. Yeah, but all those mods, I think, have prevented this from automatically updating. So I think I'm one update behind. The minor kind. I don't know if it's a major one or not. What do I hate most during mining? Creeper or skeleton? That is a great question. During mining, I think it's skeleton. The range they have is just so annoying to deal with. Again, now I got this shield, which is going to change the game a little bit, but I'm going to need a little more time with it to figure out if I still hate skeletons as much as I used to. Creepers also really annoy me, but they especially annoy me on the surface. Because I'll be building something and they'll just decide to blow it up. Because they hate me, I guess. That's frustrating because, you know, you don't get all the blocks back either. But down here in the mines, I think I'd say skeletons are probably the worst. Now, if creepers shot arrows too, that's a gimme. It's easily the worst mob in the game that way, but fortunately, there's some... The Minecraft gods above have blessed us with some form of balance here. Creepers blow up, they do a lot of damage, but they need to be close to you. Zombies continue doing damage pretty well, but they also need to be close to you. Skeletons... They'll snipe the heck out of you from a mile away, but it's a little bit slower on the recharge there. And we got shields to kind of prevent them. And then there's spiders, who I don't think most people really care too much about. Except the poisonous ones. Those guys are little freaks. Look at that. I think that was every block of diorite in this place. Perfect. Okay, then I am going to go drop this off at home and come back down here. And maybe we'll check out what's down below there. Oops. Well, if I keep falling like that, maybe we'll be checking it out a little earlier than I'd hoped. Throw another torch down there. Maybe one over here. Just give ourselves a little bit more light. We'll wait to grab this until we're back here again. I am going to try to grab this water. Because that, plus the water I've got at our base, will help us make an infinite water source. Which will be nice. Alright, so I gave my answer. What do you guys hate the most as far as the mobs go? What's the most annoying to deal with, do you think? Oh boy, pillagers? Really? Your home's that way, leave me alone. Just because I don't have a fort here yet? I'll be real, I don't know if I'm ready to take them on, so I'm just going to ignore them for the time being. Fortunately, they're too slow to get me. And I'm too quick on my feet to catch. Have I done water clutches yet? I think I tried one a couple streams ago, and it did not go well, I can tell you that much. I'll try one up here. We'll see if I have anything worth flexing here. First, I am going to drop my goods off. We are going to need a second chest here. Actually, make that 2. Did they change the sprite for the chest? It looks smaller than it used to. Oh, that didn't work. That's something I'm trying to figure out, actually, is why does this... Let's see. Make this a normal block. Yeah, okay. So I guess when you shift click, it won't let you make a double chest, which is a little bit annoying. You hate creepers most because of jump scares and numbers of death. Totally makes sense, man. I sympathize with you there. I have been scared out of my mind by creepers a few times. They always seem to sneak up when you are not ready for them. Okay, I had water over here somewhere, right? Yep, there it is. So unless this has changed, something 3 long or 2 by 2 will make infinite water. Perfect. Now we got our water. We can try a water clutch. I assume that's when you just like drop from a height and put a bucket down underneath you before you die on impact, right? I'm assuming. Well, we're going to try and see how this treats us. I think I've got a ladder on that back corner over there. And I don't know if that's a height I'd die from, but it's certainly not one I want to fall from. The chest thing doesn't work if you crouch. Okay, good to know. That's kind of what I thought, but confirmation is always great to have. Alright, let's see. So if we jump down here, place our water right before impact, we should survive. I say should. There's a very big asterisk next to that because I am not what you would call a pro gamer. But we're going to try like a 360 just to make it look cool. Here we go. Well, what's the verdict? How did it look? Are you impressed yet? We'll wait until nighttime. It's pretty much there. So if that answers your question, That's about how good I am at this game. Some people try to land the water clutch, but me, no, I'm an innovator. I keep you guessing, you know. Impact is ground zero. That's where I spend my time. So you're asking about the temporary home thing, and that's a great question. You might not have seen, but I have a little bit more of a permanent home down the hill here. Actually, I know it's only been, what, like... What time is it? It's only probably been like half an hour since I was down here, but... I'll run back down and show you, just real quick. It's, I've got a cabin down this way. It was actually my starter home. This is the first kind of expansion I'm planning on doing to the world here. I'm going to build another base up that way. If you watch me play enough, you'll see that I'm probably doing quite a bit of that, moving around, building new things. It's a big part of what I enjoy about playing this game. But yeah, I've got some berry bushes down here. We'll grab more of those for the road because this beef is only going to last so long. But yeah, just around the path here, just over our little bridge we built. Oh, I don't know if I showed this off yet or not, but I think it still needs work. The design's not perfect, but I'm trying to build like a street sign kind of thing. Eventually, we're going to put a village in that way. These are just names I came up with. I don't know if they'll stick, but Yellow River Village. We've got a pillager outpost that way. I'm saying King's Grace ends there just to kind of indicate it's dangerous. But yeah, this is our actual home. It's nothing crazy, nothing super impressive, but we do have a little bit of a farm. Every time I come back here, I gotta take care of the vines because they're going crazy, but that's fine. I guess while we are here, we can harvest this replant. I had been using wheat for the animals, but I guess I can eat it just as well as they can. Although I need to cook mine. Bake it into bread. I'm a little surprised that you don't actually have to bake bread in this game. Seems like that'd be a good chance to use the furnace. Yeah, this is the home. This is the inside. We got shelves, a loft with a bed. I'm not going to spend too much time here because I already walked through it, but we are here for food. We've got animals here. Actually, might kill some of them. Let's see. Who's hungry? Angus. Who else? Yang. Yin is somewhere around here. There you are. Where's our other cow? Reverse steer. There you are. Eat up while the eating's good. Yeah, we're going to assume that's enough right now, and unfortunately we're about to inflict trauma on these children. Angus, you can live. You unfortunately cannot. There we go. We also got all you guys, right? Ooh, boy, didn't mean to hit all of you. Nope, Yin, you stay. Oh boy, man, I'm not trying to take you out. You gotta be careful out here. Why am I hitting both of them? That's crazy. Is that normal? Good morning to you. Man, I am doing poorly at keeping these guys surviving. Although I guess that cow doesn't have a name, so he's not that important. All right, whatever. We're leaving our numbers as is. Got some baby cows, got some big cows, baby sheep, big sheep. Let's see how much more meat we got down here. This chest? This chest. No, this chest. There we go. First try. 20 of you, 9 of you. We'll put one of you back so we get the clean 8 to work with. Get you cooking while we're down here. Let's see. There we are. Make ourselves a bunch of bread. Put all the extras back. And bam, we're back in business. I think. 21 bread. A bunch of mutton. Yeah, I'm happy enough with that. Don't do water clutches above level 25. Oh, the enchanting level stuff. Yeah, that's a good call. I only tried because, I mean, you can see we're level 9 right now. That's not anything crazy. I'm not too worried about losing those levels, especially since, again, I've got this wall of deaths here, which I... Oh, I just died, didn't I? Okay, well, let's see. Statistics. How long have we been playing? Six and a half hours. Okay. Let's make ourselves a sign if we don't have one. Well, we do. Okay. Death, 16. Wait, why'd that say 6 hours? Was I reading that wrong? Options, statistics. Wait, statistics. Time played. Okay, no, it's more like 0.65 days. There's 24 hours in a day. Why do I have to do math right now? Here, let's pull up a calculator, I guess. Okay. 24 hours in a day times 0.65. 15 and a half hours. Okay, that's where we're at. That's 16. 15.5 hours. Failed water clutch. Now we got to find a better way to say that. Or check failed water. You were worried you were the only one looking at statistics? No, I love that stuff. I don't go through it a whole lot, but I think you can get some interesting information there. Like that it's only been 7.5 minutes since I last died. Good times, huh? Lots of sleeping in beds. Oh, we got this cauldron stat finally. Yeah, no, I like browsing through this though. It's kind of fun. It's also pretty crucial to my whole operation here of keeping track of our many, many deaths. What'd I say, 16 hours, we're at 16 deaths. It's about 1 an hour on average. Not so bad. Well, okay. It's pretty bad, but I think we also front-loaded a whole lot of those deaths when we went into our first cave. Okay, we can be a little more risky with our collection here because we've got health to work with this time. There's the rain. I like rain in this game. It does not happen very often though. It's been my experience, especially the thunderstorms, and those are the really cool ones. Alright, Cabin Sequoia, you stay put. We're heading back out. Where am I from? I'm from the United States of America. Pacific Northwest, more specifically. Yeah, I guess fair enough. As a Pacific Northwest boy myself, rain is kind of my bread and butter, both in the game and in real life. We get a lot of that where I'm from. In fact, I think around here, there was some statistic I saw where we've got like over 50 words for different kinds of rain. Which, in my head, I was like, yeah, of course, because there's all these different kinds of rain, but I guess if you don't see a whole lot of it, that does seem a little excessive. Tardigrade, where are you from? I believe among the rest of us here, we're pretty much from the States. We had a guy from India here, but I think he had to take off for some tutoring or something, he said? Some classes or something? Oh. Alright, Steak, you can start cooking while we're working on some other stuff here. There we go. This should be plenty of food, right? I'll grab these berries, but I don't plan on really needing them right now. You're from London? Oh, that's awesome, man. Well, welcome to the party. I think you might be the first viewer from the UK we've had in here. There's a guy from New Zealand not so long ago, but he was also in the States, actually, watching the World Cup. Alright, time to mine again. Yeah, I'm happy enough with this gear. Although, I might actually make a few more... Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna make a little bit more, equipment here for mining. That should be plenty. Good call, wow. Good call with the charcoal there. I don't know why that was tripping me up so hard. I think the word coal was getting caught up in me. Yeah, good call with charcoal. I forget it exists in this game most of the time, if I'm being 100% honest. Also, I've got a weird kind of aversion to it. I've made it on occasion when I just don't have anything else to cook with, but I've found if I have coal available, that just feels better to use to me for some reason. Even though they functionally the exact same as far as I understand. And I guess since we're still low level as we are, we better keep grabbing that coal. Get a little XP at the same time as gathering resources. I know you can make coal blocks. Can you make charcoal blocks? Probably not. Hold on, gotta see if I have an ant in my nose. Nope. It was just itchy. Let me tell you guys, I have been fighting off some insects in my house recently, alright? I mean, it's not a new thing either. I live kind of in the woods. And Turns out the bugs really like being in the woods, especially when there's a roof above their heads. So ants and spiders in particular have been a nightmare. But over the last couple of years, it's like every summer the ants come out in mass and I have to spend a lot of effort fighting them off. It's like my own world war against them. And I win. I've got back-to-back victories under my belt, but they have numbers on me by a million. It is crazy how many of those suckers show up. So sometimes I'll let the spiders in just to deal with the ants. And then the spiders start biting me while I sleep, and I'm in a whole nother world of hurt. I can't catch a break, man. Especially when it's warm out. That's true, yeah, you can smelt the coal blocks, and that... I think it does just over a full stack of items. If I ever reach the point where I just have more coal than I know what to do with, I might switch to the blocks. Just for the sake of, I guess, less storage cost, but that's not nearly our issue right now. Okay, last time we did our diorite hunting. This time we are going to see what lies down here below. Which means we're going to need torches. Fortunately, we've got plenty. And way down we go. Try to light up this wall a little bit so we don't get surprised by some crazy skeleton or something. And I guess we just keep digging. Skeleton right there. You don't surprise me. Lots of copper, not a whole lot of iron, huh? Well, we'll grab it for now. Don't know how much more copper we'll be fighting for here, but we at least know where to get plenty of it. See, I knew you were going to do that. You raggedy little skeleton, you. Alright, well, let's just back up a block. Don't think he can shoot me here. Well, he'll certainly try. Okay, we're nearly down. Which means we are going to be bum rushing the ground here to light up as much as we can before monster spawn. Alright, here we go. Torch, 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 torch. Got some iron. That's spectacular news because we desperately need that. Or diorite, which I'm sure we'll come back for later. Creepers. More coal. Let's be careful here and not jump to our death. Yeah, I know about you. You don't surprise me. Come at me. Do it. That's right. Game, set, match. I win. Hello. Lovely day we're having, isn't it, zombie? Oh yeah, no spam clicking. What am I doing? See, I keep forgetting that. I don't know why. It's like muscle memory just has me clicking as fast as I can. And that is not a recipe for a win. Okay, well, we got some lights down here, which makes me feel a little better about taking things slow now. Let's see. We came up over here. Yep, right here. Went this way, saw some iron. There's some more there. Don't love this whole deal, so we're gonna box that in. I would like to grab that. Really? Come on, man. Chill. It's just iron. I say that, but I really want that iron. Okay, block of iron. Don't burn me now. Nice. Is that a one block thing? Nope, we got space. Perfect. Oh, had a vine on there too. Neat. You deserve that fall. I'm just gonna say it, alright? I'm gonna say it. I don't care that you broke your elbow. If you've not seen that video, one of the funniest just little clips out there, in my opinion. That's gotta be a pretty old meme at this point, right? Okay, you are not going to be sneaking up on me. And this time we're actually going to swing our sword properly. Timed that a little better. Oh, another one? Okay. Oh, two of you. Oh, that's three? I mean, sure. You'll serve as a whetstone for this sword of mine. Wow. Dude had it so bad, he took himself out. Got a feel for him after that. We'll come this way later. That is a lot to explore, and I don't have the torches on me. Well, I got more torches, I'm just not using them. I should eat so I do not die. Let's do that. Good job. Appreciate it, man. We do what we can here, no matter how late it is. Oh. Not gonna happen, please. Excuse me, but... Oh, you know what? Sure, I'll take that. Beats my shovel. Fair trade, I guess. You get a few swings in, I get a nice gardening tool out of it. Alright, Steak, protect me from the monsters. Okay, we're finally upping our iron production. Not production, what's the word I'm looking for? Is there a version of acquiring, which is all-encompassing there? I don't know. I don't even know how to put it into words, but... whatever. We got torches. That's what we need right now. Light. Anything to keep the monsters at bay. And here we are in Deep Slate. Perfect. We're going to need this block too. Because I plan to build with it as well. No, that's fine. Totally intentional. So to what you were saying, sounds like if I just keep following this down and down and down and down, eventually we'll get to that level where diamonds are more plentiful. That makes sense to me. Oh, this is tough, right? I like that block too. Might use some of that. Redstone. Lots of redstone. Excuse you. Excuse you. Alright, let's get out of here. Not fully, but far enough those skeletons aren't still shooting at us. Maybe up near the wall, throw a couple torches down here too. Make ourselves just a little bit safer. And have another piece of mutton. Because we have run out of normal steak. What's up, spider? How's it hanging? Happy to hear it. Hey, diamonds, look at that. Good thing we got this iron pickaxe on us. 1. And 2. Fantastic. And our first piece of deep slate. Ain't it a beautiful thing? Now what we do have to be careful about is not getting too lost down here. Or we're going to have a really bad time trying to get back up. I'm not hugely concerned about it right now, but it's definitely worth keeping in mind. Gonna grab that iron where we can. Yoink. Ooh, more diamonds. Perfect. Let's not use the copper on that. That would be a sad time to be. I don't really plan on using a whole lot of gold, but I'll grab it while I'm down here, I guess. I guess I could use it for apples. Gotta try to use up these copper pickaxes we got before moving on to the next, otherwise, what a waste, right? More glow squid. Interesting. So if we still got Americans in chat here, I gotta ask, what are you doing up so late? Me personally, I'm bad at sleeping on time, and I'm staying up later than I should just so I can play some games before heading into work tomorrow, but my situation can't be the same for everybody. It's gotta be pretty late, right? At least midnight. You mind gold with... Doesn't look like it. Uh-huh, more torches, perfect. What do we have, 3 diamonds? It's enough for a pickaxe. And that's all we need. For now. Eventually I'd like to increase that number. Wait, is this the way? Oh boy, here we go, getting lost already. This was not the way. Okay, so it was down here. Up this way. And eventually we're going to hit a big old spot in the road. Is it down here? This doesn't seem quite right. It is not. Man, I did get lost. Come on, we barely moved in here. Mayhaps it was down this way? Yeah, there we go. This seems right. No, it doesn't? Okay, this dead ends, right? Yes. So then this way, we'll get back to that water. That loops around, this goes down. What am I missing? Because I'm definitely missing something here. Nope, here it is. There it is, finally. Okay. That could have been bad. Make some more torches, keep our little adventure alive. And I guess just keep pushing in this way, right? We're in diamond territory now. Let's see what else we can find. Got a bunch of coal as well. Ooh, more diamonds. This has gotten much more productive of a trip than I thought it was going to be at first. Keep throwing down torches, just spam them. More diamonds, wow. They're everywhere now. Gonna block that up so we don't burn ourselves. Same goes to you. Another torch there. I'm liking how this is going now. Don't need this perfectly lit up, just don't want anything crazy. Huge pockets of darkness spawning everything all on us at once. Now, I'm not a huge redstone guy, but I will take it. And I guess while we're mining it, let's make ourselves another furnace. And at least get some of this iron started. Not tons, just we'll go for 8 right now. Mainly so we can just make another pickaxe. Not have to worry so much about this one breaking. Still got a bunch of these copper ones, but we'll just burn through those when we're mining more diorite or something, I guess. This dead ends. Yep, okay. Good to know. Why did I break that? No, I guess I don't need to make one just yet. I can do that whenever. It's 4 more pieces and we're back on the road. I like these big kind of columns that spawn in caves now. I don't remember seeing those way back in the day. I mean, I guess caves have changed a lot. I know there was a whole update on just caves pretty much. So it makes sense you're going to see a little more variety than you would have used to. Perfect. On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. I was going to peek up top there, but it doesn't look super easy to get to. And right now I'm feeling a little bit lazy. I might butcher your name here, but Anurag Dahal. No, this isn't my first time playing, but it's my first time. Well, it's been a long time since I played, we'll say that. I did a little bit of playing with a buddy recently, but I haven't really dove into this game deeply in a long time. The last time I played a lot of Minecraft was probably 10 years ago. So things have definitely changed, you know. The caves are a lot bigger. They go way deeper. There's some animals I've never seen. Some of the animals I have seen look different than they used to. Things have changed, and I think that's pretty cool. It's like playing a game I kind of know, but I'm suddenly, you know, lacking a lot of the information on. I need more sticks. Good thing I brought all this wood. There we go. So I know that you can do this and like get access to all of your crafting menu this way, but I actually kind of enjoy... How do I get rid of this? There we go. I enjoy the shaped part of it, where like a pickaxe has to look like a pickaxe here. Or how ladders have to look kind of like they've got a rung in them. So I'm going to try to just keep using them that way. Yeah, so long story short, no, it's not my first time playing the game. I've definitely played a lot of Minecraft, but it was most of the time I spent in it was a lot older of a version of it, so you'll probably see me doing some stuff which is very suboptimal or just completely wrong, and that's because I probably don't quite know what I'm doing. At least not anymore. Oh yeah, that's right. There were a bunch of diamonds along the way. Which is great news for me. Because I will be grabbing them all. Looks like we got another cave up that way. And at least 5 diamonds here. 6 of them. Perfect. It's a beautiful thing to see. While we're here, let's take a quick peek up in here. "10 years is way too long." Yeah, 10 years is a long time. You're not wrong there, man. Oh. Hello there. Oop. Alright, here we go. Yeah, like for example, I don't think shields existed when I played this game a lot, way back in the day. They're a big help, I'll tell you that much. Sorry, didn't mean to get distracted, I was reading a comment there. Updates on the updates on the updates, yep. 10 years ago... Yeah, we hadn't even hit like COVID lockdown back then. Minecraft's gone through a few waves of popularity that I've seen. I started playing it way back in the day. I think around the first time it became well known as a game. It was back when Notch was still running the show. Before Microsoft bought Mojang, however you pronounce it. There was a lot different back then. But yeah, it was definitely a smaller game too. A lot less going on in it. Simpler, which isn't always a bad thing, but so far, what I've seen of the updated game, it still seems to be pretty in line with at least the kind of vibe of how it used to be, which I think is awesome. Cool, a dead end. Actually good news. That means I can get back up without completely losing track of where I'm at here. Why did it take so long to come back? Didn't even return during lockdown? I played a little bit here and there, but one thing I've had an issue with is sticking with games like this. I'm hoping that live streaming it like this will keep me a little more motivated to keep playing. It's not that I don't enjoy the game, but I definitely, it's one of those games where I'll play a whole lot of for a little bit, but then the second I start getting bored, it slips my mind and I stop playing it until way down the road. But yeah, my goal is to keep playing on this world for a while and just, you know, actually really check out everything this game has to offer now. Because like you said, there's a lot more than what I remember. And that's awesome. During lockdown, though, I didn't even have that much time to play video games because the jobs I were working meant they weren't locked down. I was counted as like an essential worker back in those days, so I was still heading into work every single day. It made it a little bit annoying when I saw other people just kind of chilling at home, enjoying time. I mean, granted, it wasn't perfect because it was lockdown, but let me tell you, working through it was not exactly fun either. Crazy thing is, I didn't even get COVID until it was kind of winding down. The lockdowns were done, then suddenly I got it. And that was not a fun sickness to rock with, let me tell you. Yeah, I knew that drop was going to hurt, but it's alright. We can take it. We're a big boy. So what about you guys, I guess? How long have you been playing this game? Like, Minecraft's a pretty old game at this point, all things considered. But I know a lot of people kind of came into it later on. More recently in its development. Our inventory space is just about finished too. Okay. Yep, time to compress some stuff. Let's see here. Make some blocks of copper. Some blocks of redstone. I guess that's about all the blocks we can make right now. We'll put that. Yeah, just kind of all our mob drops in our bundle for now. Now we got some more space again. Now let's see if we can't find our way out of this cave again. Well, this is not the way out, but there's some more. And I will be taking that. Yeah, to what you're saying about the boringness thing, it definitely sets in games that are kind of just, you know, play them at your own pace. This one's no exception. I have found, though, that it's a lot easier to keep playing this game and keep having a good time when you're not the only one doing it. So, like, if you play multiplayer servers with buddies, or really anybody, I guess, just interacting with other people in it makes it a lot more sustainable, I guess. And even though I'm not playing directly with you guys, I think just the fact that I'm talking with people while I'm playing and getting to show kind of what we're working on still has the same effect, you know? Alright, let's jump. There we go. Now we're back down in here. And I think we were on the way up. Nope. Yes. Maybe. We definitely were. I just don't remember exactly where we're at now. Well, that broke. And that's fine by me. It means we got one more free inventory spot. Okay, let's keep climbing. Mainly made to connect people rather than play alone. Yeah, fully agreed. I don't know if that was originally what it was made for, but it's definitely the best way to play it in my opinion. Not saying you can't have a good time just playing on your own, but community makes a lot of games a lot better. There's a reason that so many games these days are multiplayer, and I think it's because people know that that's how people tend to enjoy them. What is the most hated and liked thing of Minecraft according to me? Huh. That's a good question. When you ask that, do you mean like things in Minecraft? Like, I guess, do you mean what's my favorite, like, part of Minecraft? Because I really enjoy the building process, the exploration, all that. But if you're talking about like what's my favorite item or biome or that kind of thing that Minecraft has invented, I really like the Mesa. I think that's a really cool place. Although I guess, what's it called? The Badlands or something? Desert temples and jungle temples are pretty cool. Okay, what's the experience? Gotcha. What do I think the best and worst experience in Minecraft are? Huh. I think one of the best experiences in Minecraft is that moment when you manage to make something work exactly how you imagined it, right? Like I was saying, I am not good with redstone, but on occasion I'll try to just plink around with it, you know, just goofing around, trying to make one thing happen. Or even if it's not redstone, I might build a wall to keep monsters out. Or try to design a roof for my house. When I finish a project and I look at it and think, yeah, that's perfect. That might be my favorite kind of experience in Minecraft. That moment of satisfaction of, I did that. That was all me. As for the worst experience in Minecraft, I don't know, I guess I'd say it might be the opposite of that, where I have definitely spent multiple hours building like a house or something, right? And I get to the end of it, I look at it, I've spent time, resources, all this, and I just hate it. That's one thing that has killed the game for me. I have stopped playing because of that. Not in like a rage quit kind of way, but it just kind of kills the momentum I had going. Outside of that, as far as just like a short-term kind of experience, a creeper blowing up a project I built, that pisses me off more than just about anything in this game. Ghasts can do the same thing, but I don't really do a whole lot of building inside the nether. So I don't care as much. I've also lost my house completely before. That annoyed me a lot. I was really happy with how it looked, and then I think my bed broke or something. Or maybe I set my spawn somewhere else, and then it was gone forever. And it's like, yeah, that was entirely my own fault. I accept that, but it still kind of stunk. What do you guys think? What's kind of the best and worst parts of this game? I'm sure there's some other obvious ones I am not thinking of, but it's late at night. My brain is working slowly. I hear you. I do not see you. Oh boy, no. I think I'm going to leave now. Things got a lot dangerous a lot quickly. Now you might say that's not proper proper English, and you would be correct. But like I said, I'm tired. I got monsters on my tail. Proper English can wait for later. Okay, we're healing up a little bit. Still got bread. Nice. Perfect. Alright, let's go. Here we go. Yikes. There we go. Those baby zombies are tough little critters, aren't they? They do not go down easy. Alright, I know the way out. I think I am going to go topside here. Drop some of this stuff off. This is kind of related to the question you were asking earlier about best and worst experiences of Minecraft. I've got kind of a combination one. It was the first time I was playing Minecraft ever, way back in the day, like probably 2012-ish? I don't know for sure. It was early in the game though. But I had just bought the game. I was super excited, you know. Opened the game up, started playing, got very confused because back then there was no instructions on like punch a tree. You just had to figure things out. There was none of this. You just had to learn things. So I looked up a video that kind of taught me the basics and got going. But from there, it was just me on my own. Good times, great times. Night shows up, I die. Next day rolls in, I live. And I decide, okay, let's build ourselves a base. Find a nice little hill, start digging into it. And I find what looks to be like a little structure. And I'm thinking, oh, awesome, cool. This must be like a... I wonder who lives here. And I thought, okay, well, I've got like a roommate in here. There's this little guy dancing inside of this cage. This little goblin-looking dude. I guess I live with him now. So I kept building. I just kind of kept building out the terrain, expanded the room that was already existing in this hillside, and I kept dying to zombies over and over and over and over, trying to figure out what's going on here. What am I doing wrong here? Where are they coming from? I've got lights over here. Yeah, it turns out I'd set up my house right inside of a dungeon. Little spawner thing. I thought that was just a dude dancing inside of like a cage. And it just kept spitting out more and more zombies to fight me off. I kept dying over and over and over. I had no idea what I was doing. There's something really nostalgic about playing games for the first time. And just looking back on moments like that. And I know this is one of the newer songs in the soundtrack that's playing right now, but Minecraft music has a way of doing that to me where just listening to it, you think about... I don't know, it's nostalgia bottled up. Okay, where was I? I was climbing. Looking to get out of here, right? Yeah, that seems right. Okay, hang on. We got an answer here. Let's see what you got. Best thing for you is doing the update to add the auto crafter, as it made hundreds of farms possible. See, that's crazy. I didn't even know there was an auto crafter. What's that mean? Does that mean what I think it means? You can like... Can you do full-on like factory style stuff now? Assembly lines of creating? Because that sounds like... It sounds like a dream for all of the technical players in this game who are really into redstone. The worst thing was that golem losing the pole because it would have made many new farms possible. Which golem lost the pole? I know there's copper golems now. But what golem didn't make it in? And don't get me wrong, I don't even know what it is, but I wish we would have had it, because I love me golems in this game. Iron, snow, copper. Like we were saying before, this can be a kind of lonely game at times, so it's always nice when there's any version of kind of movement that's not trying to kill you in here. Alright, we gotta get a little organized here. This should be enough for 2 double chests, or rather 1 double chest, 2 normal ones. We're gonna make this our ore chest. We'll sort it out a little better later. Right now we're just trying to move stuff where it needs to be. Okay. There we go. This can be our stone chest. Which means we're taking all of this out of here too. Perfect. Right now this is everything else, I guess. Let's see. We'll go mob drops, plants, and other blocks for now. Maybe wood. That means we're going to need more double chests. Fortunately, we're not hurting for wood at this moment. And I realize now that we need full blocks here to put in a normal chest. I guess let's do it for 2 more layers. Okay, so we'll go wood here, stone. This will be dirt and everything else, I guess. That's all wood. I guess this is technically stone. All our ores, we'll go mob drops. That is not a mob drop. Plants. Yeah, I guess this will also just be additional stuff. Tools. That'll work. Alright, let's see. We got a bunch of iron. Get that cooking. Got our steak back. Things are getting nice now. Okay. Autocrafter crafts anything automatically itself, like paper, and there was a mob named Glare who would wear you mobs around you, preventing surprise creeper attacks. Lost and pull. Interesting. Huh. So during one of the times I was playing Minecraft, between now and back when I was playing a lot of it, I found that they had parrots in the jungle, and I tamed some of them. They also kind of warn you of mobs around you, right? Because don't they kind of mimic any noises going on around you? I've heard one making creeper noises and it freaked me out. It was like a high-pitched creeper noise. And my assumption was that there was some creeper close enough to it that it was letting me know. I can't guarantee that, though. That was just me kind of making guesses, I guess. Get some more copper going. Maybe. Yeah, there we go. Sun's going down. Looks like it's almost nighttime. And it is definitely getting late into the nighttime for me in real life here. It's almost 1 a.m. and I've got work tomorrow. Trying to think if I should keep streaming or if I should call it a night. Well, I know that I should call it a night. I don't know if I'm going to, though. I guess here's the question. With copper, can you uncraft copper blocks, or is that like its final form? You can. Perfect. It's great news. I was a little worried there that I was not going to be able to turn those back in case I needed it. But nope, all of these can become a more final version. There we go. Almost a full stack of copper blocks. Let's do this. We'll go coal there. $14 is not bad, huh? Especially for just a quick journey down into the depths there. I'm pretty happy with that. Bunch of iron too. That's nice. All right. I think we're gonna head back to our little cabin down there. Grab some berries just for the road, I guess. Enjoy them on our little trip through the woods. But I think once I'm back there, I'm gonna get my things in order, and I might call it end of stream here. It's been fun playing. It's been fun chatting with you guys, but like I said, I got work coming up here before too much longer. Well, I got a little time, but I need to get some sleep in me. I can't guarantee I'll stream a whole bunch this week, especially not more Minecraft. I might be, if I do stream, it'll probably be making music or doing some, realistically, it'll probably be music. music, maybe some D&D stuff. Maybe I'll be making some maps. But, yeah. If I don't see you again until next week, check in again next Monday and I'll hopefully be live about the same time. Like I said, good chatting with you guys. Appreciate you checking out the stream. And yeah, we're just going to kind of wrap things up here. Put our stuff away and get in the safety of our bed here before calling it a night and getting into real bed. Do I still have shears? Nope. Okay. Let's think. All these berries. We'll drop them off in here for now. At some point I still have more to do around here as well. This cliffside could use some work. It looks a little bit goofy, I think. Yeah, it's not great. I was trying to make it look natural, but I didn't spend a whole lot of time on it. Some pieces are alright, but there's work to be had. Got our bridge. I'm happy enough with that. Want to build some better trees. That's going to be a ways down the road, though. We got he. We got huh. Oh, I know. Before I call it, let's write another entry in our journal here. Alright, we're at a ranger station. Got our log. We've got day 14 to kick things off. This is just a little bit of a, I don't know, I guess lore for the world I'm building, but since I'm planning on having a kingdom here, I was just writing some stuff up to kind of give me inspiration. I've become accustomed to this place. It's serene and quiet. We can only pray that should continue. I hear rumors among the locals that the kingdom's preparing for a war. Let's pray it does not find us here. The quiet in the wood now worries me. I suspect the wildlife's gone into hiding as if they know something foul is approaching. I fear these rumors may hold some amount of water, dangerous as they may be. So I guess let's make another one. We got day 14, day 37. We'll go... If something's happening here, which is kind of what we're writing in, it's got to be kicking off sooner rather than later. So we were at 37. Ranger's log. Day 42. Did I go... Yeah, another space between. The people's fear has been realized. Approaching marauders. Marauders approach with reckless abandon. Many of the stationed men have already shipped off to whatever battlefield awaits them. I only hope they should return home before the people have been... Okay, how do I shorten this? Many of the station men have already shipped off to whatever battlefield awaits them. I hope they return before... I hope they will return before their homes are but a memory. ... Not bad. Okay, that'll be our addition to our journal for the time being. Like I was saying before, thanks for checking out the stream. I appreciate you guys stopping by. And I hope you have a great night, day, whatever time it is for you. Just enjoy it. Take care. Thanks for watching.